And so our guys earned that victory today.
Zac, Vaughn's had his snaps taken
Yeah.
as the season's gone along. What was the significance of him maybe making that?
Enormous. I mean, you just look at he's a pro, and I've said that up here every year he's been here. And so just does his job, continues to bring energy, continues to lift up the team, continues to wait for the moment that he's going to be in the game and can affect it. He's got tremendous energy on the sidelines, helping guys with his prep and his study. So very appropriate that in a moment, really, it could have turned the game in a tough way for us early on and given them some life and some momentum. Got the ball out, recovered it. Very appropriate that was Von Bell.
The significance of that, given what you said about the Browns, knowing how they play, how it's
Yeah.
been tough, to flip the momentum.
Yeah, it's the game right there. I mean, not necessarily, but there's a good chance that you're fighting uphill the rest of the way, and it's a 14-point swing. You know, it not only did it take the life out of them a little bit, getting that stop on the 1-yard line, getting the ball, but then going 99 on a great defense, you know, gave us a lot of confidence and set the tone for the game.
Is Amarius Mims' ankle injury something you think will be a long-term injury?
I mean, I don't know that. I think it was kind of hit or miss whether he could go back in there, and so we'll see where he's at tomorrow.
How when he did go down, how did that change what you guys could do or what you wanted to call?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a great front. It's a great defense. So, yeah, when you lose a starting lineman, that affects you.
9 takeaways the last 2 weeks by the defense. Does it feel like they're starting to turn?
Yeah, they come in bunches, you know, and you get that confidence, and, you know, we're always tips and overthrows. We got to get those. You know, that's the saying that comes up all the time for us. And how many times do you see the ball get tipped and we got them or got close to getting them the last 2 weeks? And we got to keep playing that way, really 3 weeks, as I think back to Dallas. So the guys have done a great job having confidence on that side of the ball and getting us extra possessions on offense.
What stood out about the secondary, especially?
Get you next. They're playing sticky and covered. There's nothing easy that's coming their way. There were some contested throws that they made and caught. Credit to them. You know, it's a good team out there doing that stuff. And there was a lot of guys that were in great spots competing and knocking balls down and making it difficult for them. So loved the pressure we were getting up front and affecting them that way, and loved the coverage we were getting on the back end. Go ahead, Mike.
3 straight wins, first time this year. What's the significance of that to you at this point?
This is what it's supposed to feel like for us. You know, this is our expectation. And we've just put ourselves in a position to now play some really meaningful games. And this, we didn't want to talk about what was coming up. We wanted to get through. I know how much I respect that team we played today and what they can do to you. And you gotta play the right way. And I thought our guys did. I thought they felt great about the prep all week, felt great about guys being locked in and focused during the game, found a way to get the win, and now we can turn our focus to a short week and the Denver Broncos.
What were the discussions like right before halftime with franchise record length field goal with a
Yeah.
three barely no versus a Hail Mary?
Yeah, I don't love the Hail Mary in that situation, to be honest with you. And what's going through my mind is Myles Garrett blocking a kick at halftime of the Eagles game, you know, and kind of turning the tide there. And so that's what happens to some of those longer field goals. So you're a little bit torn. It wasn't anything to do with Cade or any of that. That was the direction we felt better kicking a longer distance, take a shot at the end of the half. It's more just the effect that Myles has on some of these blocked kicks in those longer situations and can turn a game. And so, you know, I was fortunate our guys did a good job holding up up front, and Cade knocked it through.
How important were Chase's 91 yards rushing on whatever it was,
Yeah.
18 carries? How important were those?
Yeah, he gave us, especially early in the game, put us in some really manageable situations. You know, I felt like I was calling a lot of second twos and ones and getting a fresh set of downs, which against them, you know, you saw the second half. We were in way too much to get back on track, 3rd and long. That's where they can pin their ears back and make it really difficult for you. So I thought the first half, because of the run game and because of some of the things he's able to do, we were able to stay on schedule and get those 17 points up on the board.
Why do you think y'all been able to respond the way y'all have in the last few weeks to play meaningful football?
Well, I mean, the guys have responded this way all season, really. We've lost some heartbreakers, to be quite frank, and games have just come down to the end, but it doesn't mean that we had a bad football team and we weren't in it. We've been in this, and so now we're just I don't want to say getting our confidence back, because we've had confidence, but we're just making the plays necessary at the critical points in the game to take control of these games. And so that's really what's happened the last 3 weeks, and we've got to continue that.
TV replays appeared to show Amarius and Frank in a heated discussion. Anything you're aware of that?
That's
happened there?
football, man. It's like, it's not all easy. It's not all sometimes you just got to work through that stuff. We're good.
Zach,
Jack, since 2021, December and January, we talked about this, who this team is, late in the season, and got to have it games. As rough as this season has been at times, does it feel like this has always been the identity of this team to win these kind of games when it matters?
Yeah, I mean, I've had belief. You've heard me every week sit up here and talk about the belief I have in this team and what we're capable of. And, it's good. You got a better feeling in your system when you win these last couple games, but we've just got ourselves to a point where now these games really matter. You got a chance to focus on this game and not worry about anything else going on around us and just focus on Denver. And we got to put our best foot forward. We're counting on our crowd. Like, I'm just in disbelief that they just show up every game. I know what our home record is this year, but they show up, they support, they're loud, they give us that extra boost. And now more than ever, we know this is our last regular season game. This is it. And so we're counting on that crowd to show up next Saturday, be as loud as ever, and make this a tough environment for a rookie quarterback and a team coming in here and give our guys the confidence and energy we need to find this win.
How encouraging is it to see that the young defensive linemen all kind of contribute, McKinley, Chris, and
We'll take the help from everywhere, and we're getting it from everywhere. And it's great to see, I saw Trey and Osai in the backfield all game, and whether they were getting the sacks or not, they were certainly disruptive and forcing some tough plays. And then you see Chris and McKinley get his first career sack, which is awesome to see. Chris have the 2 he's got. So it's just we're counting on everybody right now, and we're getting that from people.
why do you think the defense has kind of been clicking the last few weeks, maybe better than it has earlier days?
It's just, again, those guys have confidence, and they're playing together. The communication's been really good, and not giving up a lot of air in there for easy completions and having to make those space plays. And so just been really proud of how they've locked down and focused on all the little details and played together, and it's been good to see.
Joe goes over 4,000 yards in the season today, and Jamar breaks his own receiving yards record for a season.
Yeah.
I mean, you've talked about them all year long, but just, how incredible is it to watch those two guys?
Yeah, they are incredible. And again, I say this repeatedly, you're just trying to find ways to get the ball in Jamar's hands. You just throw him a little bubble, and he makes a guy miss and gets a face mask, and next thing you know, the ball's inside the 5-yard line. And really, the touchdown at the end is just a free play. We're just working the cadence and got a free play, and so you take the shot there. And so just those two have great chemistry, and they keep this thing going and put us in really good positions and make it easy for me.
How big of a weapon has Coach Keaton's been? I mean, obviously.
It's the ultimate weapon. I mean, he really is the best in the business. For years, I watched Aaron Rodgers do this to people over and over, and on third down, get free plays. And we had 3 or 4 of them last week, and two today. The backed up on the -1 was huge, and then the one that resulted in a touchdown. And so again, it is a weapon. It's part of the reason why our guys struggled last week. Sometimes some young players getting used to that weapon, and that's just part of the process you go through. But everybody's done a great job of understanding how critical it is. It makes everyone's job easier when we can use that, and he did a great job today. Okay, thank you.
Thanks.